Hey guys, it's Joseph and Tyler here with Hiking for Hope. We're going to be reviewing the shoes that we're going to be taking on the Pacific Crest Trail section of our Triple Crown hike. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so these are the shoes that Tyler and I are going to be wearing on the PCT. Right behind me I've got my dad's shoes. But these right here are the Lone Peak 9s, and these right here are the Lone Peak 9 waterproof mids. Let's get into some more specs on both of these shoes real quick. Alright guys, like I said, this is the Altra Lone Peak 9. These are great shoes for backpacking, trail running, through hiking, even everyday use. I mean, they're just great shoes overall. They've got the 100% ripstop mesh upper. It's super breathable. It's also great for water crossings. They dry out incredibly fast. They're also super lightweight, coming in at just over 11 ounces. These are great shoes, guys. They've got the midsole, which is actually the Ultra Ego midsole, which is a patented midsole by Altra. And yeah, it's like I said, super lightweight, but also super durable. It's a great shoe. On the underneath, we're gonna flip it over. We've got the Max Track on the bottom, which is amazing grip. I mean, you are not slipping around in these things. These are great shoes. Talk about these shoelaces real quick. These are incredibly great quality shoelaces. They are not going to fray out on you or anything like that. They're not going to snap on you. You're not going to have any problems with these shoelaces. These are great quality shoelaces. We're looking at the laces. I'm sure you noticed this little hook piece right there, this little piece of plastic. That's actually part of Altra's Gator Trap unique. It's their patented gator system. They sell their own gators where you can actually just hook on right here. This little Velcro piece on the back. It also attaches right there. And they're not going anywhere. It's super nice, super convenient, and they're super comfortable. I really like that for the Ultras, and I wouldn't change anything about them. All right, guys, I showed you the bottom of the shoe once, and I'm gonna show it to you again, but actually we're gonna be looking at the mid. Integrated into the shoe, we have Ultra Stone Guard. It's actually, I'm gonna read a little article for you right here. It's a flexible rock plate integrated into the midsole of the shoe. Its primary function is to protect the foot from sharp objects like rocks, sticks, and roots that you might encounter while running or hiking on rugged, uneven terrain. While it provides a layer of protection, the Stone Guard is designed to maintain the shoe's flexibility, so it does not interfere with the natural movements of your foot. It's got the amazing rock plate or stone plate installed on these Ultra Lone Peak 9s, right in that midsole. It's great to know when you're walking in that rugged area, you're not gonna have to worry about any sharp stones, sharp rocks coming in and puncturing the bottom of that shoe. Or whenever you're walking over the super gnarly tree roots, knots in the trees and stuff like that. Super nice to have that extra sense of security right there. All right, guys, now we're gonna go over the Lone Peak 9 waterproofs. These are actually the mid-highs, as you can see. They've also got the waterproof material. Let me get that for you. That's actually called the HydroGuard Waterproof Membrane Lining by Cosmo. It's great to wick that material or wick that water away. Great for walking in that like super wet material. And we're gonna flip these right on over. It's got that Max Track bottom, just like the other pair we just showed you guys. And right on in between the two, we've got that Ultra Ego midsole, like we had on those other pair of 9s. Great pair of shoes, you guys. If you guys are doing a ton of water crosses, it's just super wet environment. These are what you guys are going to want to go with. You are not getting your feet wet in these things, guys. These come in a little heavier just because they do have that waterproof material and it's got the mid-high. These come in at just 15.95 ounces, which really, if you think about it, is not that heavy. All right, guys, on these we also have that 0mm heel to toe drop, which is super great. It helps align your back. It helps keep the weight off your knees as much. We do a little more research on that if you'd like, but yeah, the 0mm heel to toe drop is a great addition to these shoes. What I also forgot to mention is these also have the super wide toe box. I mean, look at the ones on my feet. The toe box allows for that super natural movement of your toes. You're not going to be cramping up because your shoes are all tight on your feet or anything. Guys, you've got a lot of movement in these things. It's super nice to be able to spread your toes out, you know? And once again, these are the Lone Peak 9s by Altra, and these are the Lone Peak 9 waterproofs by Altra. Both great shoes, guys. I cannot stress it enough. These are the Ultra Lone Peak All Weather 2. great pair of shoes that my dad actually is going to be bringing on the Pacific Crest Trail. They've got the 0mm drop, like I was just explaining on the other 2 pairs of shoes I just showed you. And for the upper on these, we've got the waterproof booty construction. Great for keeping them feet nice and dry and warm whenever you guys are walking through the super wet material, wet terrain. Whenever you guys are walking through snow and stuff like that.
We also have the wide toe box right there.
Yeah, the wide toe box is a great addition to these Ultras. We're gonna flip them over. Right in between the bottom, which is the Max Track on these as well, we have, and the top, we have the Ultra Ego midsole, which has that rock plate I was telling you guys about. That rock plate is a great benefit to these shoes.
Yeah, life changer on those rock plates.
Oh yeah, these come in at just 15 ounces or 428 grams. They've got the 25mm stack height, which is the same as the other 2 pairs of shoes I just showed you guys. I did not mention that earlier. These are great shoes, you guys. We're gonna go over the laces on these real quick. They're different type of laces. They're not the flat laces that we just seen on those Lone Peak 9s. These are actually a rounded pair of laces, and they, as you can see, do not have that gator attachment like the Lone Peak 9s did. There is no gator attachment on these pair of shoes. These shoes are a great pair of shoes, even though they are missing that gator attachment. I'd still rock these shoes. These are amazing. This is the final pair of shoes we're going to be showcasing today. This is the second pair of shoes that my dad is going to be bringing on the Pacific Crest Trail. We're going to go over that 0mm drop again, which is great, you guys. I cannot stress that enough. Once you try it out, you cannot go back. For the upper, we have a different material than the all-weather 2s because those are waterproof. These are not. These have the polyester mesh upper and the air mesh collar with suede overlays. I mean, it's a beautiful shoe.
Super breathable compared to the other one we just showed. And these are the Lone Peak Hiker 3s.
Yeah, these are great shoes, you guys. Shoelaces are basically the same as the shoelaces on the all-weather 2s I just showed you.
Yeah, same material.
Yeah, with that rounded concept that they had going on.
And do these have gator on them?
They do not.
No gator
on these as well. But they do have that midsole that we were talking about, that Ultra Ego midsole. Great, you guys. Great. I've gone over that plenty of times. I'm sure you guys know the whole gist.
And then we got that Max Track.
That Max Track bottom.
Super grippy material.
Oh yeah, it's
not
great.
Not gonna be slipping around on these.
These come in at only 13.7 ounces or 388 grams. But
wait, so are these ones lighter than the previous?
Yes, they actually are. They're lighter by just a couple ounces, I believe, maybe an ounce or 2. Not really a huge difference in my books, but to each their own. You know, people like that ultra light.
A little bit lighter.
Right. They got the 25mm stack height as the previous 3 pairs of shoes I showed you guys. All right, guys, like I said before, these are the 2 pairs of shoes that my dad is going to be bringing on the Pacific Crest Trail. Right here we have the Ultra Hiker 3s, and right beside him we have the Lone Peak all-weather 2s. Both great pairs of shoes, amazing pairs of shoes.
We're going to be giving more updates when we are actually using the shoes on trail as well.
Right here, we're gonna pan over the table real quick. All of these shoes I just showed you are ranging from about $140 to $160, all around that price range. It is well worth it, you guys. Your feet will thank you. I am telling you this. And they're super durable. They last a long time on trail. My dad hiked the Pacific Crest Trail back in 2018. I believe he had the Lone Peak 3s, but yeah, he was able to get what, like 600, 700 miles just on one pair of Lone Peaks. And guys, that is insane. These are great, durable, high quality shoes that are super lightweight, super breathable. And that rock plate, you guys, that is a ultra patented rock plate. Nobody else has that rock plate. That rock plate is amazing. That Max Track on the bottom, you guys, you are not going anywhere in these shoes. These are amazing shoes. Yeah, you guys, I mean, yeah.
We want to thank our sponsor, Altra, for giving us an opportunity to review and test out their shoes on trail. Alrighty guys, that pretty much sums up this video. We want to thank you guys for coming and watching this week's episode. And if you guys want to stay tuned, you can check out our website at www.hikingforacure.net or www.hikingforhope.com. hiking4hope.com.
If you guys also want to check out all of our social medias, our tags on all of our social media platforms is Hiking for Akir. As soon as you see that blue and red logo, you know you are in the right place. You guys have to stay tuned for this 8,000 mile through hike. This is amazing. You guys cannot miss out.
Alrighty guys, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. We'll talk to you guys soon.